Mr. Johnson, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be back. People from Sisters of the Road and Houseless Rights say hello. And invite you to stop by the Red and Black at 7 o'clock. There'll be a free vegan food and informational session about Houseless Rights.
Thank you.
Red Black, I think. So, one thing I'd like to encourage you to think about along that awesome flowchart process plan is, for example, the PowerPoint presentation is for you all to find a mechanism and a level of comfort for electronic communication and posting outside of dealing with the information technology people of the city, so that you have comfortability. So like maybe that PowerPoint presentation could have been on an HRC Facebook page so that people could have actually previewed it before they came here and engaged pretty close to real time. So if we see it now, we get an electronic copy tomorrow, you don't meet for a month, it's kind of stale. So just generally for your process, that's something to think about is rapid electronic engagement, social media or whatever. I know you're supported through the OEHR city site, but you know, for you to have autonomy from that, I think would be a good thing. And then this latest issue with potty mouth police or something like that. Engaging with the city council through the regular communication slot is difficult because, as somebody mentioned, there's unreasonable lag time. And I hope you all will feel empowered that the charges you've received to do this job, it's much more effective for you to go play politically nice tomorrow morning and next Thursday morning with the county commission, which has a much more open structure for public comment. Any of you in your individual or special capacity can go every Thursday morning and there's never a delay for sign up. And I think either tomorrow or next week, that's definitely worth considering, because people in minority communities that feel oppressed or underserved really need to hear support right away. So, one candidate would be awesome if he's not busy at 9:30 tomorrow morning. You come and talk to Loretta Smith and Miss Madrigal and others about how they partner with the city. Because even though it's one particular person's incident, we all know that it's indicative of problems between communities that might be considered less advantaged and might even consider themselves over-policed or mis-policed. The one complication in what I talked about the idea of having rapid deployment of information electronically is a comfort level for multilingualism and even alternate media. I know maybe that's something that you probably feel is a challenge for your work, is to deal with sight disabled people. At least it's pretty easy for them to get stuff via screen reader, but you know, the IPR and different city branches have worked very hard at outreach, face some budgetary challenges by going into Vietnamese and Cyrillic alphabet stuff, and make that something that should be in the budget to make sure there's a specific allocation to cover multilingual support and translation, and more outreach. I think one thing that is pervasive throughout the city and sort of an underlearned lesson in America, it came up when you mentioned the bus touring, is we really haven't learned enough from the bookmobile model of good libraries, and that actually kind of faded out. And the simple truth is that there are underserved communities. There are interestingly crappy roads even before you get to 82nd in the city. And so not only looking at taking your own good work on the road, but how you can encourage other city departments to be more engaged. Is there an innate poverty bias in the fact that there aren't alternate service locations where people who have to deal with the Water Bureau essentially have to come downtown, and is that discriminatory in a way? And the other thing as you're looking towards recruitment, and we talked about this latest high-profile issue, is just to, I'm sure, maintain the dialogue you already have about how your mission plays out and how much freedom you have to, how you balance your role as, I don't know, I don't remember if I haven't researched your official mission statement and charges, but I think you should always look for the city council to support you in making mistakes where you err in the side of going into advocacy for oppressed and underrepresented populations. If the police department, especially if white male police officers, feel persecuted or short-shrifted by the Human Rights Commission, then you're doing your job. There's no way to do your job with keeping privileged people comfortable. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being here.